Hello and good day to all YouTube viewers out there, especially to grade 8 students. Welcome back to my another video tutorial in grade 8 mathematics, where learning and understanding math is easy and simple. In today's video, I will discuss about solving problems involving rational expressions. Objectives of the lesson. At the end of this video lesson, the students shall be able to: number 1, solve problems involving rational expressions, and then number 2, discuss related ideas or ideas related to problem solving. But before we proceed to our topic, you need to know first how to solve a problem. There are 4 steps in problem solving. Number 1, you need to understand the given problem. Number 2, plan out. Number 3, carry out the plan. And number 4, do the checking or check the results. So I will discuss one by one about the steps in problem solving so that you will better understand what is the step in problem solving. Step number 1, understand the given problem. In solving a problem, it is very important to understand what the given problem is all about. We can understand the problem by reading it carefully many times, knowing what is being asked and given, and getting the details of the given problem. So, this is the first step when you are solving a problem. You need to understand first the given problem. Otherwise, if you do not understand the given problem, it will be difficult for you to solve the problem. So it is very important that you need to understand the problem. So how do we understand the problem? By getting the details of the problem, reading it carefully many times, and know what is being asked in the problem. Okay? Number 2, make a plan out. So your step number 2 is make a plan out or plan out. So once you're done or once you understood the problem, you can now proceed to step number 2, which is planning out. So how do we plan our problem? So by getting the details of the problem. So how do we get the details? So by identifying or knowing what is the unknown in that problem. And once you identify the unknown in that problem, that unknown will be used as your representation or variable. And because you have a representation or variable in that problem, you can set up an equation for that variable. So that is a part of plan out or planning out. Another part, it is also a part of step number 2 of planning out when you are transforming a statement into mathematical sentence or algebraic expressions. So let's say 5 is increased by 3. So the word 5 is increased by 3. If you're going to change that statement, it will become 5 plus 3. So that is also a part of uh, step number 2, which is planning out. So when you are transforming mathematical statement into mathematical sentence or algebraic expression, it is also a part of number 2 steps. Next. Number 3, carry out the plan. So once you prepare the variable and equation to be solved, you can now proceed to step number 3, which is carrying out the plan or executing the plan. So kapag alam mo na meron ka ng variable at meron ka ng equation para dun sa problem na yon, pwede ka na ngayon mag-solve. So, paano ka mag-solve? So, dito na magagamit yung iyong kaalaman at ang kakayahan sa pagsosolve ng equation. So, that is for step number 3. So, once you are done in step 1 and step 2, you can now proceed to step 3, which is carrying out the plan or executing your plan. So, how do we execute the plan? By solving the equation. So, dito na papasok yung kaalaman at kakayahan ninyo sa pagsosolve ng equation para makuha yung solution sa problem. Okay? Next. And then the last step, number 4, do the checking or check the result. So hindi lang doon nagtatapos sa pagkuha ng solution ng inyong problem. Siyempre, kailangan mo pa ring matiyak kung tama yung iyong solusyon na nakuha. So, how? So dito na papasok yung step number 4. Do the checking or check the result. So, once you are done in step number 3, you can now check the result to see if the given solution is correct or not. You can use the original equation of the problem to see if the solution satisfies the equation. So, you may use or you can use the original equation na ginamit mo dun sa problem para malaman mo kung tama yung solution. If the solution satisfies the equation, then it means the solution is correct. So, ibig sabihin, tama yung solution. So, paano natin malalaman na tama ang ating solution? Kapag nagtugma siya doon sa equation natin. Paano magiging tugma ang equation? Kapag yung left side at saka yung right side ng equation ay equal. Otherwise, if not, then perhaps there is a mistake in the solution. So, kapag mali ang solution, maaaring may mali doon sa step number 3 na ginawa natin o doon sa pagsosolve natin ng equation. So, kailangan mong balikan yung step number 3 o yung pagsosolve ng equation para makita mo kung saan ka nagkamali. So these are the steps in problem solving. Alright, so let's have our first example. So I have here a problem. Ang sabi dito, Sarah takes 3 hours to paint a wall than it takes Cathy. When they work together, it takes them 2 hours to finish the job. How long would it take for each one to do the job alone? So, in this problem, first step is you need to understand what the problem is all about. So, this is our first step, understand the given problem. So, to understand the problem, so what is the problem all about? The problem is all about the time it takes for Sarah and Cathy to finish the job alone. So, yun yung ating problem. It asks for the time it takes. So, what is being asked in the problem? How long would it take for each one to do the job alone? So, ano daw yung oras o gaano katagal yung oras ang kakailanganin para matapos ng bawat isa kung magkakanya-kanya silang magtatrabaho, anong oras ang igugugol ng bawat isa sa paggawa ng kanilang trabaho. So yun yung tinatanong diyan. Okay? So once you are done in step number 1, nakuha mo na kung ano yung hinihingi sa problem, you can now make a plan or plan out. So here, so let us use a representation, or let's use a representation. So in our problem, our representation or variable, ano yung variable na gagamitin natin? So yung x natin, let x be the time it takes for Cathy to finish the job alone. So since hindi natin alam kung ano yung oras ang igugugol ni Cathy para matapos niya ang kanyang trabaho, kung siya lang ang gagawa, so yun yung magiging x natin o yung ating variable. Therefore, x is the time. So x is our variable since hindi natin pa alam kung ano yung oras ni Cathy. So this will be our unknown or variable. So this will represents the time of Cathy to finish the job alone. For Sarah, kay Sarah naman, dahil nga according to problem, it takes 3 hours more than Cathy, ibig sabihin yon na mas matagal siya ng 3 oras. So, that would be 3 plus x. So, bakit may 3? Because dinagdagan natin siya ng 3, idadagdag natin yon sa oras ni Cathy ng 3. So, yun naman ang magiging oras ni Sarah para matapos niya naman yung kanyang trabaho. Kung siya lang ang gagawa. Now, if they will work together, if Sarah and Cathy will work together to finish the job, it will take 2 hours to finish the job. So, 2 oras nila matatapos yon kung sabay silang magtatrabaho. Now, what will be our part of the job done by Cathy in 1 hour o sa isang oras? Dahil nga meron na tayong unknown, so since X is the time of Cathy to finish the job alone, ano yung magiging part of the job na nagawa ni Cathy sa isang oras? So that would be 1 over x. So 1 out of the time it takes for Cathy to finish the job alone. So that is the part of the job finished by Cathy in 1 hour. Okay. For Sarah, it would be 1 over 3 plus x naman. Ito naman yung part of the job na nagawa ni Sarah sa isang oras naman kung 1 out of the time of Sarah, yung time naman ni Sarah is 3 plus x. So, yun yung part ng job na natapos niya in 1 hour. And then, therefore, what is the part of the job done by Sarah and Cathy in 1 hour if they will work together? So, it will be 1 over 2. So, why 1 over 2? Because since ang total time nila ay 2 hours, kung pareha silang magtatrabaho o magtutulungan sila, 2 hours. So, yung in 1 hour, 1 out of 2, o ibig sabihin, 1 half ng job ang kanilang natapos. So, here, we can set up or make an equation from this. So, makakabuo tayo ng equation dito. So, pagsasamahin lang natin yung part of the job na nagawa ni Cathy sa isang oras plus yung part of the job na nagawa ni Sarah sa isang oras din, yung 1 over x at saka 1 over 3 plus x, that would be equivalent to the part of the job they done in 1 hour, which is 1 half. So, therefore, our equation for this problem, 1 over x plus 1 over 3 plus x is equal to 1 half. Okay, so carry out the plan na tayo. So, let us execute our plan. So, now we have the equation. Meron na tayong equation na ginawa. 1 over x plus 1 over 3 plus x equals 1 half. We can now proceed to step number 3, which is carry out the plan. So, dito na tayo magsosolve ng ating equation para makuha yung solution. So, to solve, let us solve for x. So, hanapin natin yung value ng x. So, to do that, multiply both sides of the equation by x, 3 plus x, and 2. So, bakit kailangan natin i-multiply ito, both sides of the equation, by x, 3 plus x, and 2? Para pumatanggal natin yung mga denominator na to, yung x, 3 plus x, and 2. So, what will be So, ano magiging itsura niya pag ginawa natin yon? So, 1, multiply natin yung x, 3 plus x, and 2 dito sa 1 over x. So, it will become x, 3 plus x, and 2 na lang. Because, yung x dito, at saka yung x na nasa baba, maka-cancel out. Kaya, naging 3 plus x and 2. And then, yung sumunod ay plus 2x. So, how come na ito ay naging 2x? So, again, i-multiply natin yung x, 3 plus x, and 2 dito sa 3 plus x, 1 over 3 plus x. So, makakancel naman dito yung 3 plus x. Kaya, ang matitira yung x at saka 2 or 2x. And then, equals, i-multiply naman natin yung x, 3 plus x, and 2 dito sa 1 half. So, pag ginawa natin yon, ang makakancel out naman ay ang 2. Kaya, ang matitira, x and 3 plus x. And then, the next step is, let us simplify. So, 3 plus x times 2, let us multiply these 2. 2 times 3, it will become 6. And then plus 2 times x is 2x. Kaya naging 6 plus 2x. And then plus 2x, ito yon. And then equals, ito, paano naging 3x plus x squared? Minultiply natin itong dalawa. X times 3, 3x. Then plus symbol, then x times x is x squared. Okay. And then what is next? So, ang susunod, okay, simplify natin uli. So, yung 2x, yung dalawang 2x, pwede natin itong pagsamahin. So, it will become 4x. So, 6 plus 4x equals 3x plus x squared. And then, let us interchange o pagbaliktarin lamang natin yung dalawang ito. Kaya magiging 3x plus x squared equals 6 plus 4x. Bakit pinagbaligtad natin yung dalawa? Para lang ilagay sa ayos. And then, what is next? So, yung 6 at saka 4x, ililipat natin dito sa kabila. So, pag naglipat tayo, mag-change o magbabago ang sign nila. So, yung 6 dito ay positive. Pag nilipat sa kabila, it will become negative 6. Ganon din sa 4x. Positive siya dito. Pag nilipat po natin sa left side, it will become negative 4x or minus 4x. So, i-simplify pa natin dahil yung 3x minus 4x pwede mo pang pagsamahin to. So, subtraction ito kasi unlike sign term ito. So, positive to, ito negative. So, 3x minus 4x. So, 4x minus 3x is x. And then, we follow the negative sign because 4x is bigger than 3x. So, kaya negative sign ang nakalagay dito. So, we have x squared minus x minus 6 equals 0. So, this is now, so how can we find the value of x? Dahil ang lumabas ay quadratic equation. So, kapag ganyan, dalawa ang magiging solution natin. Dahil ito ay quadratic equation, may dalawa siyang solution. So, kapag pinactor natin yung x squared minus x minus 6 equals 0, ang magiging factors niya ay x minus 3 and x plus 2. So, therefore, we have two solutions for this equation. So, yung isa ay x is equal to 3 and then yung isa naman ay x is equal to negative 2. So, ang our x, ano ba yung x natin? Kung babalikan natin yung problem, x represents the time it takes for Cathy to finish the job alone. So, ito yung oras ni Cathy para matapos niya yung kanyang trabaho, yung x natin. So, dahil hindi naman pwede ang solution natin ay negative 2, mamimili lang tayo ng isa dito sa dalawang solution na to dahil hindi maaaring negative ang ating time. So, our solution, so we will take x is equal 3 as the solution. So, ito mali ang magiging solution niya at hindi negative 2. Okay? So, therefore, the x, if x is the time it takes for Cathy to finish the job, therefore, ilang oras para matapos ni Cathy yung kanyang trabaho, it will take her 3 hours to finish the job. Para naman kay Sarah, dahil nga mas matagal siya ng 3 oras, ito yung 3 plus x. So, ipapalitan lang natin yung x ng 3. So, 3 plus 3. So, makukuha na natin yung oras naman para kay Sarah, which is 6 hours. So, for Cathy, 3 hours. And then for Sarah is 6 hours. Okay, now, let's do the checking. So, meron na tayong nakuhang solution. Ang solution natin ay x is equal to 3. We can now we can do the checking or let us check the result if our solution is correct. So, bakit pa natin ginagawa itong solution, bakit pa natin ginagawa itong step na to? Para matiyak natin kung tama nga talaga ang ating solution. So we're going to go back. We will go back to our original equation. Ito yung ating original equation, di ba? 1 over x plus 1 over 3 plus x equals 1 half. So, para makita natin kung tama ang ating solution, so lalagyan natin papalitan natin yung x ng 3. So, anong mangyayari? So, it will become 1/3 plus 1 over 3 plus 3 equals 1 half. So, 1/3 plus 1/6 kasi inad natin yung dalawang 3. And then, this is 1/3 plus, this is now 1/3 plus 1/6. So, this is addition of dissimilar fractions. So, magkaiba kasi ang denominator. So, we need to change 1/3 to similar fractions of 1/6. So para maging katulad niya ito na ang denominator ay 6, multiply 1/3 by 2/2. So pag ginawa natin yon, 1/3 times 2/2, it will give us 2/6. Right? So 1/3 is the same as 2/6. Pinalitan lamang natin siya ng anyo. Pero yun pa rin siya, 1/3 pa rin. And then this is now addition of similar fractions. We can now add these two fractions together. So add the numerators, so 3, and then copy the denominator 6. And then simplify the fraction if possible. So 3/6 can be reduced to lowest term, so it will be 1/2. 3 and 6 divided by their LCM, which is 3. So 3 divided by 3 is equal to 1/2, is equal to 1, then 6 divided by 3 equals 2. So we come up with, so our answer is correct. So the solution, therefore x is equal to 3 is the true solution. So ibig sabihin, nag-equal nga yung dalawang side ng equation natin. So nangangahulugan na yung solution natin ay tama. Okay? Okay, next, I have here another problem. Problem number 2. A motorist took 3 and 1/3 hours to drive 160 kilometers. He drove part of the way at an average speed of 50 kph. Ano ba ang basa natin sa kph? Kilometer per hour. And the rest of the way at 45 kph or 45 kilometer per hour. What was the distance he traveled at 50 kph or 50 km per hour? So first, let us understand the given problem. So the problem is all about the distance traveled by the motorist. So why? Bakit yun ang ating problem? Because of the word distance. So ano ba yung tinatanong niya dito sa problem? Yung distance na nalakbay niya sa bilis na 50 kph or 50 km per hour. So it asks for the distance traveled at 50 kph. Okay? And ang given dito yung total time. Ang total time niya dito ay 3 and 1/3 hours. And then yung total distance na 160 kilometers. At saka na rin yung 45 km per hour or 45 kph. Okay, yun ang tanong. What was the distance he traveled at 50 kph or 50 km per hour? So make a plan. Let us make a plan. So how do we solve for the distance? So the formula for getting to get the distance, the formula, distance is equal to rate times time. So what is rate? Rate is the speed of the motorcycle. So to get the distance, we will use this formula. Distance is equal to rate times time. So since we do not know the distance traveled at 50 kph, hindi natin alam kung ano yung distance na nalakbay niya sa bilis na 50 km per hour. So ito yung magiging variable natin or unknown, which is x. So we use the letter x as the representation for the distance traveled at 50 kph. The total distance traveled ng dalawa, yung 50 kph at saka yung 45 kph is 160 kilometers. Therefore, ano na ngayon ang magiging representation para dun sa distance na nailakbay at 45 kph. So, isusubtract lang natin yung 160 sa x. So, yung x, ito yung distance na nalakbay niya sa bilis na 50 kph. Pag ibinawas natin sa 160, ito na ngayon ang magiging representation para sa distance na nailakbay niya sa bilis na 45 kph. Okay. And then, let us get the time. Okay, the time. So we will use the formula time. Time is equal to distance over rate. So, saan natin nakuha yung formula na to? Yung time is equal to distance over rate. Galing din siya dito sa formula na to, na distance is equal to rate times time. So, para makuha natin yung formula para sa time, i-divide natin both sides of the equation by rate. So, maka-cancel out yung rate, kaya ang matitira na. So, ang makukuha natin formula ay time is equal to distance over rate. So, using this formula, time is equal to distance over rate. So, according to the problem, the time it takes to travel at 50 km per hour in x distance, dahil hindi pa natin alam yung distance na nailakbay niya sa bilis na 50 kph, kapag i-divide natin yung distance na x sa 50, this would represent the time it takes for him to travel at 50 kph in x distance. So, ito na magiging representation para sa oras niya dun sa 50 kph. And then, yung time naman para dun sa 45 kph na bilis, in 160 minus x distance would be 160 minus x over 45 naman. So, therefore, okay, the total time it takes to travel, so yung total time nila ang total time ay 3 and 1/3 hours. So, therefore, okay, so planning out pa rin tayo. So, therefore, we can make up an equation from this. So, since ang total time niya ay 3 and 1/3, so pagsamahin lamang natin yung oras niya sa bilis na 50 kph at saka yung oras niya sa 45 kph. So, ito magiging equation. X over 50 plus 160 minus x over 45 is equal to 3 and 1/3. So, therefore, we now have an equation for our problem. X over 50 plus 160 minus x over 45 equals 3 and 1/3. Okay, now, dahil meron na tayong equation, pwede na tayo mag-solve. So, carry out the plan. Ito na yung third step natin. Magso-solve na tayo dito. So, solve for x. So, para mahanap natin yung value ng x, una, kailangan yung 3 and 1/3 gawin muna nating improper fraction. So, para maging improper fraction siya, i-multiply mo yung 3 dito sa whole number na 3 and then add to 1. So, 3 times 3 is 9 plus 1 is 10. Then, copy the denominator 3. So, we have 10 over 3 or 10/3. And then, para maalis natin itong mga denominator na 50, 45, and 3, multiply both sides of the equation by 50, 45, and 3. So, anong mangyayari kapag minultiply natin yan? So, 50, 45, and 3 times x over 50. So, makakancel out yung 50. So, ang matitira yung 45, 3, at saka x na lang. Kaya, meron tayong 45, 3x. Plus, ito din, 160 minus x over 45. I-multiply mo dito sa 50, 45, and 3. So, makakancel out naman dito ay yung 45. Kaya meron tayong 50, 3, at saka 160 minus x equals. O, dito tayo sa kabila, 10/3. So, pag ito naman, minultiply natin ito dito, ang makakancel out naman dito ay ang 3. Kaya meron tayong 50, 45, and 10. Kaya ganito ang naging itsura. And then let us simplify. So 45 times 3x, it will give us 135x. 45 times 3, 135, then x. And then 50 times 3, 150, then 160 minus x equals, okay, pag i-multiply na natin itong tatlo, 50 times 45 times 10, it will give us 22,500. And then, what is next? So, 135x plus 24,000. Paano naging 24,000? Minultiply natin yung 150 at saka yung 160. So, ito yung product niya, 24,000. And then, 150 minus x, it will give us minus 150x equals 22,500. And then, okay, we can now combine 135x and minus 150x. So, this is subtraction. Pwede mong pagsamahin yung dalawang ito dahil like terms ito. So, 150 minus 135, it will give us 15x. And because 150 is bigger than 135, so we will follow the sign of 150, which is negative. Kaya naging negative 15x. Then plus 24,000 equals 22,500. So, para matanggal yung 24,000 dito sa isang side, let us subtract both sides of the equation by 24,000. So, anong mangyayari? So, we have minus 15x. So, kaya para mag-isa na lang dito si minus 15x equals minus 1,500. So, how come naging minus 1,500? Sinubtract natin yung dalawang ito. 22,500 and 24,000. Kaya naging negative 1,500. Negative because 24,000 is bigger than 22,500. Kaya susundin natin yung sign ng 24,000. Kaya negative. And then, to get rid of, para matanggal itong negative 15 sa tabi ng x, divide both sides of the equation by negative 15. So, negative 15 divided by negative 15. So, x na lang ang matitira. So, negative 1,500 divided by 15. So, our solution is 100. Therefore, what is the distance traveled at 50 kph? 100 kilometers. Okay, kung sa 45 kph naman, dahil nga 160 minus x siya, 160 minus 100 kilometers, 160 kilometers minus 100 kilometers, ang distance naman ay 60 kilometers. Okay? Now, let's do the checking. Let us check our result. So, our solution is x is equal to 100. So, using the original equation, ito yung original equation natin. So, papalitan lamang natin ng x ng 100. So, we have 100 over 50 plus 60 over 45 equals 3 and 1/3. So, paano naging 60? Sinubtract natin yung 160 at 100. And then, what is next? So, ito, 50 and 45. So, yung 100 over 50 plus 60 over 45. So, this is addition of dissimilar fractions sila. So, kunin muna natin yung LCD. Ang LCD ay yung product ng 50 and 45. So, 50 times 45, i-multiply natin itong dalawa, makukuha natin ay 2,250. So, ito magiging common denominator nila. And then, 2,250 divided by 50, 45. And then, multiply 45 to 100. Kaya 45 and 100. 45 times 100. 2,250 divided by 45, it will give us 50, and then multiply 50 to 60, kaya 50 times 60. And then, let us simplify. 45 times 100, 4,500 over 2,250 plus 50 times 60, 3,000 over 2,250. O, dahil nga similar fraction na ito, you can now add the numerators. 4,500 plus 3,000 over 2,250. So, the sum, ano yung suma total nila? 7,500 over 2,250. So, if we're going to divide this, it will become 3 and 1/3 or 3.33 something. So, we come up with, so it means our solution is correct dahil nga equal yung dalawang side ng equation natin. So, therefore, x is equal to 100 is a true solution. Okay, next, I have here another problem. Peter is 3 times as old as his nephew, John. 4 years ago, he was 4 times as old as John. How old is John? So, first, we need to understand the given problem. So, the problem is about the age of John. Because the question is, how old is John? So, yun yung hinihingi sa problem na yan. So, let's make a plan. So, what will be our representation or variable in our problem? So, since we do not know the age of John at present time, dahil yun yan tinatanong, how old is John? So, yun yung magiging variable natin, which is x. And then Peter, according to the problem, is 3 times as old as John. So, 3 beses ang edad niya sa edad ni John. So, it would be 3x. So, yan. At present time, John is x and Peter is 3x. 4 years ago, kapag babalik tayo, way back 4 years, ang age ni John ay x minus 4. So, subtract lang natin siya sa present age na ng 4. Kasi, para makuha natin yung age niya 4 years ago. Ganun naman din kay Peter, 3x minus 4. Okay, so, according to the problem, the age of Peter 4 years ago is 4 times of age of John 4 years ago. So 4 years ago, the age of John is x minus 4. 4 times of this, that would be the age of Peter 4 years ago, which is 3x minus 4. So therefore, we can come up with the equation. We can set up an equation here. So the age of Peter 4 years ago, 3x minus 4, is equivalent or is equal to 4 times the age of John 4 years ago, which is x minus 4. Okay? So this is now the equation for our problem. Okay. Now we have the equation. We can now execute the plan. How? By solving the equation. So let us solve for the value of x. So to find the value of x, first let us multiply 4 to x minus 4. So it will become 4x minus 16. 4 times negative 4, negative 16. And then what is next? Okay, add both sides of the equation by plus 4. So bakit natin i-add to sa 4? Both sides. Para matanggal yung negative 4 dito sa isang side. Kaya mangyayari, magiging 0 na lang yan. Kaya matitira na lang ay 3x. And then, anong mangyayari dito? Dahil dito na yung positive 4. So ito, minus 16 plus 4, magiging minus 12. 4x minus 12. And then yung 4x, ililipat naman natin siya sa kabila. Para magawa yan, subtract both sides of the equation by minus 4x. Kaya mangyayari, yung 4x minus 4x, matatanggal na to. Kaya matitira minus 12. And then, 3x minus 4x, this is subtraction, unlike sign sila, kaya magiging negative x. Negative x, negative kasi 4x is bigger than 3x. Kaya susundin natin yung sign ng 4x. And then, para matanggal yung negative sign nila, divide both sides of the equation by negative 1. So, our x is equal to 12. Therefore, what is the age of John? The age of John at present time is 12 years old. Okay, so dahil meron na tayong solution, we can now do the checking. So let's check the result. So our x is 12. So using the original equation, so palitan lamang natin ng x ng 12. So 3 times 12 is 36 minus 4. Tignan natin kung mag-i-equal sila. And then 12 minus 4, magiging 8 yan. So 4 times 8, 32. Dito naman sa kabila, 36 minus 4, 32. So it means na nag-equal sila. So therefore, our solution is correct. X is equal to 12 is a true solution. Okay, let's have another problem. Find two numbers whose sum is 70, such that the first divided by the second gives a quotient of 2 and a remainder of 1. So, first we need to understand the given problem. So, what is the problem all about? The problem is about the number. So why? Because it looks for the two numbers. Find two numbers. So it asks for the two numbers. Okay? So let's make a plan or plan out. So since the sum of two numbers is 70, so our variable or unknown in this problem is x. So let x be the second number. Therefore, our first number will be 70 minus x. So, ibabawas natin yung second number dito sa sum nila. Makukuha natin yung first number, which is 70 minus x. Ito na yung representation para sa first number. So, according to the problem, The first number divided by the second number gives a quotient of 2 and a remainder of 1. So therefore, if we divide our first number, which is 70 minus x, by the second number, which is x, which is our unknown, it will give us a quotient of 2 or whole number of 2 plus the remainder of 1 or 1 over x. So our equation, so this is now our equation for our problem. Okay, so since we have the equation, meron na tayong equation, 70 minus x over x equals 2 plus 1 over x. So we can now carry out the plan. So let's solve for the equation. So to solve for the equation, let's look for the value of x. 70 minus x over x equals 2 plus 1 over x. So para maano natin, multiply both sides of the equation by x. So pag minultiply natin, ito magiging itsura. 70 minus x equals 2x plus 1. So x times 70 minus x over x. So maka-cancelled out yung x. Kaya magiging 70 minus x. At kapag minultiply natin yung x sa 2, magiging 2x. Wala naman siyang denominator. And then x times 1 over x, maka-cancel out yung x, kaya matitira ay plus 1. And then to get, para matanggal yung 70 at malipat siya sa kabila, subtract both sides of the equation by 70. So mangyayari, 70 minus 70, mawawala na to. Magiging 0 na, kaya magiging minus x na lang matitira. Minus x. And then we have 2x plus 1 minus 70. So, yung 1 minus 70, subtract mo itong dalawa. 70 minus 1 is 69. And then, we follow the sign of 70 because 70 is bigger than 1. Kaya ang magiging sign ay negative. And then, what is next? So, para yung 2x malipat dito sa left side, subtract both sides of the equation by 2x. So, we have minus x minus 2x equals 2x minus 69 minus 2x. So, ginagawa natin yan para matanggal yung 2x dito sa right side. So, mangyayari matatanggal na itong 2x dahil isusubtract siya ng 2x. So, ang matitira na lang ay yung minus 69 or negative 69. And then we can combine minus x and minus 2x. Kaya magiging minus 3x. These are like sign terms. Pareha silang negative, kaya addition. X plus 2x, 3x, and then we follow the negative sign. And then, para matanggal yung negative 3 sa tabi ng x, divide both sides of the equation by negative 3. So, ang mangyayari, negative 3 is cancelled out, kaya ang matitira na lang ay x. And then, negative 69 divided by negative 3, so our x is 23. So, therefore, x is equal to 23. So, our first number, ang representation na ginamit ay 70 minus x. So, 70 minus 23 is 47. So, our first number is 47. And then, the second number is 23. Next. Okay. So, let's do the checking or let's check the result. So, we now have the solution. Our solution for x is 23. So, let us substitute x by 23 using the original equation. Ito yung original equation na ginamit natin sa problem. So, palitan natin ng x ng 23. Palitan lang yan. So, it will become 70 minus 23 over 23 equals 2 plus 1 over 23. So, subtract 70 minus 23, it will give us 47 over 23. And then 2 plus 1 over 23, this is a whole number, and yung sa ay fraction, 1 over 23, para ding 2 and 1 over 23. 23 times 2 is 46, plus 1 is 47, then copy the denominator 23. So, nag-equal sila, therefore, x is equal to 23 is our true, therefore, x is equal to 23 is a true solution for our problem. Okay? time to test yourself. Get a pen and a sheet of paper. You can pause this video tutorial while answering this activity. Are you ready? So let's begin. Direction, read the problem, then solve. Okay, so let us answer this problem. So let's see if your answer is correct. So direction, read the problem, then solve. A tank can be filled by a pipe in 3 hours and emptied by another pipe in 4 hours. How long would it take to fill the tank if both pipes are open? So to solve the problem, okay, so here is the solution for our problem. So let x be the time needed to fill if both pipes are open. So ito yung ating magiging variable or unknown natin. Since hindi natin alam yung oras para doon kapag both pipes are open, so ito yung magiging unknown natin. So 1/3, this is a representation for the part of the tank filled in 1 hour. If one pipe is closed, so 1/3. Yung isa namang pipe, siya naman yung nagbabawas ng tubig sa loob ng tangke. So yung bahagi na nababawasan niya in 1 hour, kapag yung isa ay nakasara, is 1/4. So therefore, kapag parehas na nakabukas yung dalawang pipe, yung isa naglalagay o nagpupuno, yung isa naman ay nagbabawas, so it would be 1/x. So ito naman yung part of the tank filled in 1 hour if both pipes are open. So the part of the pipe filled minus the part of the tank emptied by another pipe, that will be equivalent to the part filled by both pipes kapag parehas na nakabukas yung dalawang pipe. Okay, so our equation for this is 1/3 minus 1/4 equals 1/x. So this is our equation for the problem. So bakit minus? Kasi nga yung part na napuna ng isang pipe, mababawasan yon yung second pipe. Yung nagbabawas. Kaya yung bahagi na ibawas niya, yun na yung part na nalagyan. Dahil kung parehas na nakabukas yung dalawang pipe. Okay? So since we have our equation, which is 1/3 minus 1/4 equals 1/x, we can now solve for the equation. So let us find for the value of x. So solve for x, 1/3 minus 1/4 equals 1/x. So to do that, multiply both sides of the equation by 3 by 12x. So pag minultiply natin both sides of the equation by 12x, so ito mangyayari, 12x divided by 3 will become 4x. And then 12x divided by 1/4, take note yung negative kasama din. So 12x divided by 12x times negative 1/4. So 12 divided by 4 is 3. So magiging 3x, no? 12x divided by 4 is 3x. Then negative, then yung kasama yung negative, so negative 3x. And then 12x divided by x, so makakancel out yung x, ang matitira yung 12, so it's equal to 12. So ganito na magiging itsura. And then subtract 4x and 3x, so our x is, so it will become x. So our x is equal to 12. Therefore, how many hours will it take for the pipe to, so ang x natin ay it represents the time it takes for both pipes to fill the tank if both pipes are open. So therefore it takes 12 hours to fill the tank if both pipes are open. Okay? Okay, so we are not done yet. So let's see if our solution is correct. So let us check the result. So replace x by 12. So using the original equation, 1/3 minus 1/4 equals 1/x. So 1/3 minus 1/4 equals 1 over 12. So, find the LCD. So, the LCD of 3 and 4, 1/3 and 1/4 is 12. So, 12. 12 divided by 3 is 4 times 1 is 4. And then copy the denominator is 4 over 12. And then 12 divided by 4 is 3. 3. 12 divided by 4 is 3 times 1 is 3. Then copy the denominator 12. Okay, and then, dahil magkaparehas na sila ng denominator, pwede na natin pagsamahin yung dalawa. 4 minus 3 is 1. And then, copy the denominator 12. So, we come up with the same. So, it means, nagkaparehas ng ang dalawang side ng equation natin. So, it means that our solution is correct. Therefore, x is equal to 12 is the real solution. Okay? Please like and share. And don't forget to click the subscribe button for more updated and upcoming video tutorials. That's it for now. Thank you for watching.